Hey everyone, welcome to Dragon Rage Entertainment. I am Ehwaz here with
Olrox from the video game dungeon.
And this is part 2 of our Bizarre Murders docu-series, where we are trying to investigate why these people went missing here in this spot where we're at right now, in this park.
That's right behind us, as you see here, is the spot that the victims allegedly went missing from. They still have yet to find bodies of any kind. There was an investigation that was held here by the local authorities. They found some things, but obviously not enough to track down
No follow-up.
The possible serial killer. Like Ehwaz said, no follow-up.
Still listening to the police scanner with my uncle, and every night almost there's either a disappearance or they're finding a body, and it's still getting swept under the rug. So.
And we definitely think there's a possible serial killer involved in the situation. That's why we're out here doing the little investigation, see what we can find.
Yeah, I honestly think they're being quiet because they don't want mass panic in the area.
Oh yeah, it's summertime, they want people to go out, do things, and not be affected by a possible serial killer. Then you got curfews, people getting terrified to go out at night, especially to wander around on a trail with your loved one like these unfortunate people did. They were a couple out here enjoying nature, and the next thing you know, they were taken by a possible serial killer. Headed back to the crime scene where the people went missing off the river. We're going to take a look, do a little investigation ourselves to see if we can come across anything. Crime scene number 2.
We're going to be looking close to the river, as close as we can, considering they went missing off the lake, or off the river, so see what we can find here.
It's also kind of coincidental that both of these incidences have happened at a park. We're once again in another heavily wooded park. As you can see, the river right there.
Well, that's one of the same things with each of these occurrences. It's always heavily wooded.
Oh yeah, and this is the second crime scene where it's been tied to a park as well. 2 different parks, obviously, but...
Do you remember how they found the body this time? Like, what did they do to him?
You mean at the first crime scene? That we went to in the previous video? That victim?
What's happening to all of them?
Well, the first one, it was a slit throat, and then there was weird symbols carved into the body.
I just heard the story. I didn't see any of the pictures of the guys. I just heard the news stories and the scanner, police scanner. So.
This one was just a disappearance off the river. 2 people, I believe, wasn't it?
Right.
So the first murder was very violent and brutal.
Probably go off the beaten path.
To try to investigate. Careful, it's a little muddy back here. It's always very strange and unnerving when things like this happen in your community.
Paddles or
anything we could find, really. Oh yeah, we'll hopefully come across something. Because this is pretty deep in the woods, It's definitely, obviously, if you're a killer or serial killer of any kind, you're going to be dumping bodies in the woods, deep woods like this. But I just don't understand why you would always target areas off of a park. You're more likely to get caught moving the body or absconding somebody from a park like this. You got any input on the crime at hand here today, Ehwaz? Seeing what we can find. Trying to film, trying to look at the ground, see if I can notice anything. So we should be coming up on the area of the river where the person allegedly went missing, where they found some personal effects of the person when they came to investigate based on information that family members knew, friends knew as to where they went.
Also, we should look out for...
Oh, there's a frog. little fella.
Maybe he'll help us with that.
You know, it's the toad from Chrono Trigger.
Look at all this.
What is that?
That's structures out here.
That's weird. Oh wow, that looks kind of creepy and ominous.
Oh, you know, this is a crane.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a crane.
Urban decay.
A dead crane.
No clues yet.
Maybe the killer was hiding over here, mutilating a body. Maybe have killed somebody in this area and, you know, moved them. I mean, look, you got the graffiti on the trees. Don't know what that means or really fucking says, but
Could be landmarks for the killer, maybe to remember where he dug something. Buried something.
you're absolutely right. That makes sense. Because like I said in the previous video, serial killers tend to come back to their crime scenes and leave relics or something behind to that effect.
Shirt, real tattered shirt, the last one.
Oh yeah, I think that has something to do with it. Old janky fucking bridge.
Screen back.
All these feet prints in the mud, sad relics of things gone by. It's possible that one of these feet prints is from the victims or the killer themselves, leading off into the water. Who knows if they were dragged off into the water and possibly into that storm drain over there in the back. But this is definitely a really secluded area, once again off of a park, but possibly one of the victims or the serial killer's footprints. Any thoughts, Ehwaz?
Yeah, looking closer at these prints, I don't know if you noticed, but they're bare feet too, so...
Yeah, some in shoes, some bare feet. That's
People
a
around
strange
here
looking
don't
one right
really
there.
go walking in the mud because it's known that there's
That's a weird
sewage issue around here.
Yeah, there's definitely a water pollution issue in this river. So I don't know why. Maybe that's part of the possible serial killer's sick and twisted method of torture is to drag them into the nasty sewage-filled water, cut it into their bodies, and let the disease seep in.
Yep. And another theory, maybe the victims tried to take their shoes off to beat him or her.
That's a possibility to use as a weapon for defense.
Nice line of defense, man.
Hey, when you're in a survival situation, it's either fight and flight, and hey, if I have to, I'm going to fight for my life and use whatever I can as a weapon.
That's right. Unfortunately, we don't have many self-defense items on us, but going out during the day, we're expecting to be fine for now.
You still never know. The killer or the person could still be wandering around out in these woods somewhere.
Honestly,
It's a very high possibility.
I really hope he's not watching these videos.
That's a possibility too, or it could be watching us from the fucking woods, man. You know?
Right.
Because, like we've said time and time again, killers like to come back to the crime scene. Whether it gets their rocks off or some sort of satisfaction of knowing. But definitely very strange circumstances that a couple went missing off of this exact part in the river.
No solid relics here at this site.
You may very well know one of these, like I said, feet prints could be the print of the victims or, his own. There's some very strange ones down here.
Maybe he did it for his jollies.
That's very likely, man.
Almost like a kindergarten art project.
Thank you everyone for taking the time for watching Dragon Rage Entertainment. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave in the comments below if you guys see anything that we may have missed. Part 3 of this video series, or the docuseries of Bizarre Murders, will be on the video game Dungeon next Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell. Thank you again. See you next time on Dragon Rage Entertainment.